Oh, you saw that. I still have energy. Every time I wake up, I see if my body is okay, and there's energy there, as you can see. So that's it for the source of power. Another thing, yesterday I was looking at the television at work, and it's talking about the earthquake and the tsunami. And you look at what's going on with natural calamities. It's actually the mind that you can see all around us. There's polarities around us. There's the rich and the poor. There's this beauty in nature surrounding us. And there's also the calamities. And there is good weather and bad weather. People with work and without work. People with love and without love. Okay. So there's this polarity. And so, what creates that? What creates this? People who eat, of course, is the ones who have money to buy food, and the ones who don't eat are the ones who does not have money to buy food. It's not the reason why I don't eat. I don't eat. The difference between being poor and not having money to be able to eat is that they are then being an effect of the mind wanting to survive through eating food, and so they become an effect of it. So the mind feels the need for it to survive, and the mind says, I know that if I don't eat, I won't survive, so I don't survive, and so I die. Okay. In fact, fasting, or life force feasting, as I call it, is waging a war on death. It's actually facing death face to face and saying, just like what I did when I was diagnosed with cancer. You see, I faced it face to face. I forgave myself for all the fears that I had, and I faced it again. And I said, and I look, and I know that there's this part of me that doesn't die. It was so real because throughout this ordeal, before, during, and after, it was the same. That life force, that is me. And that was real. What changed was the body, because I had surgery. And I didn't want to go through chemotherapy and radiation, so my doctors was a bit they didn't really like it, I can see they're frustrated about them not being able to treat me with the usual kind of treatment. And so it's just a realization, just from my part to experience that happening. And then talking about the polarities in this world and these calamities, that is on TV, the tsunami and the earthquakes. and the polarities like the rich and the poor and stuff like that in society, the polarities of the mind is expressed there, as you can see. So if we create this world through our thoughts, well, our thoughts are always in polarity anyway. So I like that, I don't like that, I like that, which is desire, and I don't like that, which is aversion, is present in all areas of our life, be it love, selecting a mate, being it's ugly or handsome or beautiful, and I want some money, I want this kind of work, I don't want not to have money, you see. And that's in the career area of our life. And then even with raw food and cooked food, I want raw food, I don't want cooked food. Well, that's a polarity. So when I was doing cooked food, I wasn't doing self-forgiveness then. But when I was in raw food, I wasn't doing self-forgiveness in the first part of it. But in the second part of it, I was doing self-forgiveness, and I saw that, And I don't want to do self-forgiveness for that, because that was my reality then. Little did I know that forgiving myself for these polarities, it actually will change the way I look at things. So I will see things from a different starting point, not from the desire point of view of the mind, but at a starting point where there's no desire or aversion for it. Then I can really look, So that's that for now. I have to go to work. But keep in mind that everything here in this world, I look at it, and our thoughts are creating it. There is polarity here, so our thoughts are in polarity, and it is of the mind. So everything that we are is defined by that. Even wanting enlightenment and not, it's a desire, because the self does not want. It does not have desire nor aversion. It just is. So for whatever desire of aversion that I have, I do self-forgiveness for that unconditionally. I don't look for reasons why I shouldn't, or oh no, that is wrong. Right and wrong is a polarity in itself, So when you look at things as is, you forgive yourself for what you know and what you don't know, and what you like and what you don't like about it. Have a look. And from that point, from that starting point, observe carefully, Then weigh things using common sense. So that's how I look at things, But just reminding you that these videos and this particular fasting that I'm doing, I did with total self-responsibility. That means I am not going to blame anyone for it. For whatever happens to me, live or die. Okay? So I want you to do the same. Whether or not you do this, I want you to take full responsibility, total full self-responsibility of what happens to you, because it is your life. You are the ones living it. You decide what you want to do. Okay? Cool.